All right, guys, we're back at it. We're going to get into the situation out here in D.C. Apparently, we had a situation where an individual shot and killed 2 Israeli embassy staff workers in Washington, D.C. outside an American Jewish Committee event while being led away. The suspect shouted Free Palestine. And the individual's name is Elias Rodriguez, who's a Hispanic American Chicago native. People were saying he was agitated outside. This was premeditated. Again, there's all these reports coming out, guys. We don't want to come to conclusions with these type of events, because these things could turn ugly, since this is actually really never happened before, in the name of the Free Palestine movement. 2 people were shot and killed. Let's get into this video of how they caught this guy. Apparently, they're saying this is a video of him shouting Free Palestine. They had time to film the video after he murdered 2.
No. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Again, this is unprecedented because there's never really been a situation where this could be like a George Floyd moment for Jewish people, and we do know that there has been a push especially from the Mossad and Netanyahu, to push like this whole anti-Semitic narrative, in order to get the billionaire Jews in the West on the side of Israel, right? That's why you're seeing people able to talk about Israeli conspiracies and Jewish people all over the internet, YouTube. This is the reason I'm even talking about this. You guys got to remember, 6 years ago, you could never talk about the shit we're talking about now, about Israel, the Jews. Okay, so somebody's allowing this shit to happen, and it's really to scare a lot of the American Jews into supporting Israel's campaign in Gaza and elsewhere. So you guys got to be careful with some of these events too. These are apparently the couples that got shot. They were supposed to get married in a week. This is all according to reports. Again, guys, do not believe anything that you fucking hear. We know our government and our intelligence agencies are guilty of false flag events and weird shit, in order to create some type of commotion or some type of chaos, like the George Floyd situation, where people studied it years later and they're like, oh shit, like the guy was a fentanyl addict, the way he had his knee on his neck, it's like literally impossible to actually kill the guy that way, and this and that. We're not going to get into all the gritty shit, but so check this out. Right after this happened, guys, and this is minutes after this thing happened, right? The Times of Israel drops an article saying DC shooting suspect Elias Rodriguez was member of far-left group. You see what I'm saying here? The suspect in the shooting of the 2 Israeli embassy staffers at an event in Washington, D.C. was apparently a member of a radical left-wing group that advocated on behalf of Palestinians. The man, identified as Elias Rodriguez, 30, of Chicago, was detained by event security after he walked into the Capitol Jewish Museum right after opening fire at a group of people leaving the event. Metropolitan Police Chief Pamela Smith said at a news conference the suspect chanted Free Palestine while in custody. Rodriguez attended a 2017 protest outside the home of the then Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel as a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, according to the group's Liberation newspaper. On Wednesday, the Marxist-Leninist group urged followers online to sign a petition pledge aimed at stopping Israel's genocide against Palestinians. The 2017 protest was not thought to be tied to Emanuel's Israeli heritage. Okay, according to LinkedIn profile, Rodriguez worked since 2024 as an administrative specialist for the Chicago-based American Osteopathic Association. Prior to that, he was an oral history researcher for the History Makers on online repository for accounts of African American lives started by Carnegie Mellon University. Profile on the History Makers website says Rodriguez was born and raised in Chicago and enjoys reading and writing fiction, live music, film, and exploring new places. Be careful in judging this situation on face value, okay? Because this could really get ugly, guys. This is like the George Floyd moment for the Jews, and we don't want that to happen, right? Let's get into this report here. So this is my guy, Noctis Draven. I follow him. He's pretty solid. So this is his take on it, guys, right? I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with that. You guys let me know. He says, they are going to blow this way up. I promise. Be prepared to see all this over the news, media, celebrities. The accounts here you expect, of course, will pound this home nonstop. Mark my words. This entire week will be filled with every talking head, every pundit, every account and commentator to pull us into war with Iran and to tackle hate speech on X and other platforms. They will say X and other social media is harboring hate speech that cost Americans and Jewish people their lives. We must crack down. 100% false flag. Again, all these people saying it's a false flag. So, let's get into this video here.
Mayor, thank you. Chief, thank you. Ambassador, our hearts go out to you and your staff. I spoke to the President of the United States multiple times tonight on behalf of the President.
Really?
His prayers are with all of us, all of the Jewish community, everyone in Washington, D.C., state, local, and federal agencies, and our great U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, who will be prosecuting this case. We'll be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight our Jewish community. Our prayers go out. We have the FBI. All of our federal agencies will work hand in hand with you, Chief, as we have done, and you, Mayor, to do everything we can to keep our citizens safe. We will follow the facts. We will follow the law. And this defendant, if charged, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Mayor, thank you.
Yeah, this is the same Pam Bondi clown that runs around. She hasn't released they haven't released the Epstein files, JFK. All the information was redacted. It released an old ass document that everybody's read before. Obviously, not to implicate certain individuals. Wink, wink. So yeah. So look, if this is really what went down, serious situation. Because it's never been a situation where anyone's been murdered for the Free Palestine cause, and this could be that George Floyd moment. Like I was saying earlier, they needed something like this to go down. Again, this is nothing compared to the 14,000 children who are starving that they say in 48 hours might die, because Netanyahu doesn't want to allow proper amounts of aid into the Gaza Strip. So these are sick people, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, man. Like, comment, subscribe.